What is up, everyone? This is Boaz, rank 1 asol. We got a matchup Monday. There are the runes. This matchup Monday, we are against Ryze as asol. And for this lane, you're going to want to prioritize a couple things. One, you're going to be playing around your jungle because early game, level 2 to 3, you just do not win versus the Ryze. So I am going to look for that level 1 trade versus him to do as much as I can. Now, in this lane, as well as 99% of all other lanes, we are still going to look for that level 1 trade, and then we're going to look for our 3-wave back. Next, let's talk positioning in the lane. I'm going to slow it down right here. So you're going to want to either play on the top side or the bottom side, depending on where your jungler is. I'm playing on the top side, so that way, say if they have like a Lee Sin or someone that's early ganker, I can always run to my jungler and I can find safety in him. That's what's going to help. And then also at the same time, if your jungler gets rotated on, you can rotate to him much quicker than their enemy mid lane because you are spacing accordingly to where they are on the map. Now, I also would love to have been on the bottom side there, because it's much harder to hit your Q when you're pointing down towards the edge of your screen. This is just because, you know, the way that the camera works. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. But since we are looking for that 3-wave back, I did miss a minion, so I'm going to be short on gold. Going to have to grab that gold around the tower after this. But yeah, we're just quickly looking for clearing this as fast as possible, dropping the E, and then we're getting out of here. Now, in this lane, we are not trying to interact with him these levels. When we start interacting with him is when we have our ult, and we're looking for plays around our jungle. Now, if our jungle never comes mid, say, you know, we can try and help him on whatever lane he does gank. So if he's pathing around the bottom lane, maybe he's already done some early skirmishes, you know, try and play around those early skirmishes and show that you are competent. So that way you can enable your jungler to perform. You want to be able to do that. Now, this is a high elo match, so this Kha'Zix ends up playing around me. We did see that rank 1 asol, you know, thing popped up at the beginning of the game. That might have helped. But what I'm doing, I'm starting to get this Ryze into lethal range. I'm going to play around my Q, my E, and my flight. And then once I hit 5, I'm going to look for some ults to try and catch him out. So right here, I'm going to drop the E. I'm going to fly in. My Kha'Zix is nearby. I'm going to look for some damage onto the Ryze. Right away, the Ryze pops his ghost. He probably had that top part of the bush warded. So now the next time that the Kha'Zix comes, he doesn't have ghost. So he's not going to be able to move. He's going to make my job much easier because he's not be that fast. But I should be able to land my ult as long as he doesn't flash it. Now, when someone has flash, you need to try to preemptively think, where are they going to run to? Where are they going to flash to? And try and make your positioning of your ulti around that information. Now I'm going to slow it down here so you can process all the information that's coming. My Kha'Zix just pinged on his way, so I'm going to drop my E. I'm going to drop my ulti in a way that the Ryze cannot flash away. He would still get hit by it. Now I ignited right away before my ulti even landed, just that way that damage is already pumping. Kha'Zix ends up getting the kill here, which is really strong. But, you know, just because I'm out of mana doesn't mean I can't auto attack. So I'm going to auto attack and keep auto attacking. And then I'm going to use whatever mana I do have left to try and alleviate some of the pressure from this Kha'Zix. Now we do have a couple minions there that's going to be auto attacking. If this Shyvana keeps going, more than likely she's going to die to the next Kha'Zix Q. And that allows us to get that kill. Now, the remainder of the game, you're going to want to continue playing around your jungle. Always watch your map because there's so many plays to be made in this game. At the end of this game, I ended up like wanting to back with 3,000 gold, but because I was watching the map, we ended up ending the game because I decided to stop my back and then fly and I got a 4-man ulti and killed the entire team. So always be looking for opportunities. This Ryze is trying to rotate. I'm following. I'm going to look for a play. I'm going to flash forward, try and do as much damage as I can to just keep this pressure onto him. The Ryze ended up getting a kill, but, you know, it shouldn't have happened. But that's how you play the matchup. That's how you continue to play later on in the mid game. You're trying to scale And that's the asol versus Ryze matchup. Thank you, and see you next time.
You have slain an enemy ally. Double kill.